Hey, Mahnaim at Memberstack here, and welcome to Memberscript 215. In this video, we are going to build a save and unsave feature, but instead of saving your items to the member JSON, we are going to save them to Memberstack's data tables. So users will be able to save an item like this, and that item will appear saved on any page. In this case, I've added my saved section over here, but you can add the section to any page. All right, let me show you what you need to set up inside of Memberstack as well as inside of Webflow. So firstly, inside of Memberstack, you are going to need a table called favorites, so you can title your table whatever you want. And then you are going to set the following rules. Any member can create, and then only members can read and delete their own records, and update rule is set to admin only. In your table, you are going to have the following fields. You're going to have a member reference field because you want to know who saved a particular item, and then what item was saved, so the item name, and then we're going to have the item CMS ID over here. Okay, so a sample record would look something like this. So inside of Webflow, you are going to need to set up your Webflow CMS collection. In this case, we have blog posts, but one thing you do need to add inside of your collection is a CMS ID. You can simply, when you have records, you'll have to copy the CMS ID into this field, or you can bulk automate adding the CMS ID into all of your records. Once you've set that all up, you are now going to need Memberscript 215, and you can either add that site-wide on a specific page, depending on your specific use case, and that script should look something like this. On the page itself, you are going to set up your save and unsave feature. Okay, so you're going to have two collection lists. The first collection list is going to be the collection list that shows all of your items, whether they are saved or unsaved. And then the second collection list over here is going to show all of your items that a particular user has saved. So the first collection list will have the attribute of data favorites all. And then within the collection list, you are going to style and add all of your items. Within the items, you are going to add a favorites button. So you can simply just copy and paste this button to your collections. This button is going to have the following attributes. You're going to have data favorite button, and then data item ID is going to be set to that CMS ID. And then data item name is going to be set to that CMS item's name. You're going to do the same for the saved collection list over here. This list will have the attribute of data favorites list, and then the favorite button will have the same attributes of, we can delete this one, will have the same attributes of data favorite button, and then data item ID is still set to CMS ID, and then data item name is set to name. We also have an empty state over here with the attribute of data empty state, and that will show when a user does not have any saved items. Okay, and lastly, going back into the script, if you created a table inside of Memberstack and did not name it favorites, inside of the script, you just change the table key over here, and you can simply get the table key inside of your table here, copy it, and paste it there. You can also customize the color of your saved button. In this case, mine is orange, and that is the fill that button would get. So you style it here. You can change the icon color over here, and then you will set the fill color over here. Okay, and say a user has over 100 records. This script does use pagination to request for records in a few calls and then update the UI from that memory list. So avoiding pinging the API multiple times in order to fetch a user's saved items. Okay, and that is it. If you have any questions on this, please feel free to reach out in the Slack 2.0 channel. Bye.